We thank and praise God that we've all made it here safely today. I pray to God that your return and my return will be equally as safe. That's not my fault. Soft. Y'all used to Negroes talking loud, right? Y'all told me to be like you, so I'm like, do like this here. No, that's one up here. I got some of the option out, but I don't like white folk giving me shit. I ain't seen nothing, you know. Oh, that word bothers y'all now. Somewhere. I sit here the last day and a half wondering, do you really know who you are? Do you really know who you are? See, when you come out and you're not sanctioned by Harvard or Yale or the people in control, sometimes you even have doubts. What you have can save not just America, but this whole planet. Whole planet. I've been waiting for you. And it might be too late. I would never say this publicly. Once you're 9 months pregnant, you can't abort. But if it can be saved, it's because of you. Not the Kennedy assassination. You. Unbeknown to them thugs, September the 11th happened with all the electronics. You don't have to depend on NBC and CBS in the power structure. You have it in your hand. I listened to you this morning, sister, and thought about had it not been for the civil rights movement that liberated all of us, you wouldn't have had this space. Only women. And when you think about what we have missed down through the years, I lived in an all-black neighborhood, and nothing I hear anywhere to hear African Americans talking about community. We do not live in a community. They don't know that. A community is where you control your press, you control your money, you control banking and finance, you control the cop. We don't control that. We live in a hood. What is a hood? Something you put over your face when you're trying to hide something. They don't know that. And when you think about how this system has messed up our mouth, how many PhDs you got? I look at my mother. What a lady. Worked 2 jobs all year because she had 6 children. So we could have Christmas. Christmas. You know how ignorant you got to be to work your butt off. Not for your children to go to college, because that wasn't even in our mentality for Santa Claus. And when that black woman worked her butt off, she tell me a white man bought this dish, and y'all don't even know who we are. Think about that. You had a Jew being dumb enough to say Hitler and the Nazis brought you these toys. And that's the big problem. We know all of it. That's why I didn't have to do too much to move over into this. I lived around nothing but black folk. I didn't see. I'm 81 years old. We didn't have TV yet. Wasn't even invented. Radio. You know how dumb you got to be to listen to a tap dancer on the radio? So if I'm not around white folks, and the only white folks I see in the movie, I didn't know there was no dumb white folks till I went to white college. I didn't know there was no ugly white folks till I went to white college. I got to college and called Mom. I said, Mom, I wish you was here. I saw an ugly white dude today. She said, son, have you started that drinking? And the problem today in America, as fast as this thing is moving, we don't know each other. If you knew what I had, we worked for the white folks that did this. We knew it, though you knew it. Because when they whip you down to nothing, they don't see you. You invisible. So I just had to slide mine over and put it in a box. We always do this. How many of y'all saw the last Abraham Lincoln movie? We knew that Lincoln's daddy was black. Why do you think they started off that movie talking about his nappy kinky hair? And the good thing about that, these are young producers that's doing that. They're not scared to do it. And you don't catch the cold that Lincoln was gay. What's the gay wing of the Republican Party? Who's the only president you ever knew lived in a log cabin? Y'all missed that shit. Somewhere. And so I'll just say thank you. I participated in the 50th anniversary of the I Got a Dream speech. I was really disappointed and hurt. Not once was our Indian brothers and sisters mentioned. And you white folks is double bag, stole this fucking country from them. And when you talk about September 11th and all that bullshit, they don't even come into your mind. A lot of white folks I meet, you think America was a good country and got bad. This bitch ain't nothing up yet. You just asked them the wrong. Ask the Indians. Ask a woman, a white woman that came over here with that tongue. And he didn't give her the right to vote till 1921. That's his mama, his daughter, his wife, his sister. And that's when you work with shit, you smell like shit. Hear me now. Because that's what y'all dealing with. And it's hard to get people to come over on this side. Why? Why? It's hard because they've accepted it. They've accepted it. And you have to, oh, you good on this. Well, oh, you worry that shit happening over there in Syria right now. It's organ stealing. Y'all so fucking good at research. Are you worried that? Are you researching? It all goes together. You can't do what we're here for and think they're not poisoning your food. And I'm messed up because I thought y'all was high. I said nobody was as bad as white folks. Oh God. Y'all ain't number weak punk teams. And then when it touches you, then you raise hell. What about all of you who've been out here before this? Before this. And you can't make black folks rise up talking about that shit you was talking about today. We've been knowing they do that. Y'all didn't know. Serious. When them thugs in Europe had all the money they made. See, one thing about a white Christian, I love white Christians. When you get old, you try to get in heaven, you give up all the shit. Somewhere. If my mother was alive, hear some of the shit I'm talking about, she'd call police on me. Let me tell you how important you are. Money is not power. Education is not power. Information is power. And if they give you bad information, you got bad power. And those of you all heard my sister here this morning, when you talked about that time, they laughed because we were embarrassed. The people we paid to protect us didn't tell us that. We don't have to pay tax to them. We don't have to pay tax to you. But you win in it. You win in it because you got a new set of young folks coming through that don't look at NBC or CBS or ABC News. And so when you stop and think about the internet, Think about when Kennedy was shot. I never say he was gunned down and killed in Dallas, because he didn't die in Dallas. Now, I'm not going to get into that. Who in here know that? Okay, that's all. No, I'm saying this to say that. Y'all don't know nothing. You're working on this. And if this country falls, and it's going to fall, you can blame it on the press and the police. Not them cops you see in the street. The ones that know what happened to Kennedy and them. They told you those long as old enough. Don't you know when Kennedy got there, his brain was missing? How many of y'all know that? Okay? And then you didn't ask the question, here's the president of Parliament just gets shot. All the secret, everybody got to be around him. Who got his brain?
Some of those.
Yeah.
Babies all over.
There's a movie out on it. You know about the other side of midnight? The other side of midnight. You better watch them movies a little close. How many of y'all saw the last Batman movie? Anybody? Did you remember? Yeah, you saw it, right? That Batman movie finished 2 years before it was released. And all that mess in Colorado, you know, go back and see it again. Do you know they mentioned Sandy Hook in that movie? Huh? That's why you children are so hip. They catch all them signals and you don't. Black community, we try to tell them, pull your pants up. Well, I can't say that because I used to be a heavy drunker. And how many times drinking, how many times I drove drunk. I was breaking the law, wearing your pants below your butt. Ain't breaking the law. Y'all crazy. Men that rape women don't wear their pants down low. The Nazis didn't wear their pants down low. The Ku Klux Klan that was raping black folk didn't wear their pants down low. What y'all scared of? And when you stop and think about it, this whole thing of saving this nation is in your hands. And they know it. Because they used to take this conference out with NBC and CBS doing the editorial. You older folks thought of it. I like to hear someone's name because I mean your bills paid. So you think this just happened? How many of y'all know about that mentally retarded center they had in Boston in 1929? And what did they do in 1929? This government, just to make sure you don't think this just happened. They took manganese. He's getting ready for the nuclear age. These are all white children. Put them there, open them in the morning and feed them to them. You think this just started? You think America was good and got bad? Then most of the black folk you had, they'll lie to you. And thank God I don't know what my mama put in me, if she put it in me. I ain't never lied to white folks. Martin Luther King, oh, he was just as nice off TV as he was on radio. I'll call you a honky in a minute. But I'll also be out here dying with you. Because I know who you are. And one day when y'all find out what the word honky means, see, prostitution is for white men. Okay? Somebody said, no, black men, but she my sister, I get that bitch for free. Tell me about what it is. And all the whorehouses was in the black community, where them white men couldn't be seen by their friends. house. And they pulled up to the house and honked the car, honk, honk. And the black man come out, take him in and park his car. That's honking. Somewhere. Harvard, Ivy League school. I know some white folks from Europe, some black folks here wouldn't send a dog there. Every Ivy League school was created by slave owners for their dumb white boys. Yeah, right now they got 12 schools. School of this, school of that. 8 of us named after slave owners. So where you going now? And I know what they do to you. They beat you up, they take your money away from you, they lie on you. Why not? You are army going after the enemy. And the enemy is supposed to act to us the way they do it. Ain't nothing personal. So you know you're not doing nothing is when they don't bother you. Somewhere. And let me tell you something, man. You and God, so that universal God, people leave those footprints. You have to be validated by the New York Times and the Washington Post and NBC. You're validated by your peer groups. You're validated by people who've gone through the same thing you have. We're up here talking about a new type of prostitution that's coming out. NBC cameras be lined up in the street. They're coming from all over the world to cover this. What you have in your hand to save America in the world, they ain't about to come up. And you few agents that's in you, you count. We know how to mess you up. All we got to do is hold a conference like this for 3 days and don't say nothing. The tapes go back empty. They think you switched over on our side. I thank you, architects and engineers. That impressed my grandmother. And they're willing to invest money to do the same thing they do. Go to Broadway and advertise a show or a new type of alcohol. You know how important this is? What you do. And the universe protects you. Let me first say, before I go any further, let me apologize to you white folks. I mean it. Up until Obama become president, I really believe that all you white folks thought all black folks look alike. I meant that. Then after Obama got in, I've got to apologize. I had no white folks run up to me and say, "Excuse me, Mr. President." And we like Obama for different reasons. We know who he is. We know who he was, so you did. But he's going to do something to white folks in America. And we couldn't leave. He's going to run you crazy. And we were glad he made that second term. All that old bullshit he's talking. Second term, man. But second term going to run white folks mad. There's no cure for madness. What they do to mad dogs, they kill them. Here's the important thing to us. It's funny, the much knowledge you all have about the system. I had some of you tell me what a bad president is. All of them bad. All of them bad. How many of y'all know Roosevelt was a coke addict? And on December the 7th, when he declared war, he was so coked out, his wife had to sign the problem. How many of y'all know that? Okay. That's a game. You haven't had a president in the White House that wasn't controlled by the big boys. So don't blame this on this brother. You just following white folks here. Look, you can hate the nigga if you want to, but at least his mama's white and love the white part of it. And y'all know I ran for president. And a lot of y'all. And you just wasted your vote on me because had I won, I'd have asked for a recount. See, I know this shit was going on then. How many of y'all saw me on the Jack Paul show that night? When I talked about the government tapping my phone. Oh, he did it in the Mr. Gregory, I can't believe you put on this show and accused the United States government of tapping your phone. Do you have any evidence? Anytime a black person in America can open a telephone $70,000 and they don't cut the phone off, it's time. They call me once a year. They'll tell me, Mr. Gregory, y'all care to play anything on the bill this year? So how do you deal knowing the government's tapping your phone? You time up. When I get through here, I'm going to the room and call my wife and read the alphabets off to a backwards. They'll be up 3 months trying to crack that code. You know how dumb you have to be a sperm. You got to go to college, huh? Some go to grad school to be a with aspirations of being a spy. It's like wanting to be Mickey Mouse when you grow up. And stay happy. Don't let this don't let it turn you to drinking. No, I'm serious. When you get out here isolated, see, when you look at the stocks, you look at the time. And most people who could change this act like you crazy. You know, all the folks when the Congressman Bobs went to the floor of the Congress and talked about what happened to Kennedy, and he didn't believe none of it. Do y'all remember that speech? Yes. The next day, the New York Times came out and said he's out of his mind. He needs to be out of Congress. And his plane disappeared. How many of y'all know that? Did you also know it was William Clinton that drove him to that point? It didn't just start. In the process of this pump research y'all doing, did you happen to come across the word Nina, Arkansas? Yeah. All the drugs come in there, and Clinton runs it all. Huh? Somewhere. So when you look around these little punk heroes they give you, you look in the mirror one day and look at your face. You're the real ones. You're the real ones. Y'all got family members that think you're crazy? Yes. Now some of you are. One thing you have to do, you don't be careful from over. See, what you have on is the universal magic glasses. There's responsibility to go with it. Once you put the magic glasses on, you can never take them off. And you can't force what you see on people that don't have the magic glasses. In America, you've been taught to see how it's supposed to be. You know how it is. And I've heard a lot of people, your family members, who haven't reached that level yet. They're working for retirement. They're working for this house. And Fritz said it. And Fritz named it Marcus. Y'all know that? Because he says a death note. Mortgage. I didn't get to the school music, so you have to listen to it. And I just cannot tell you how thankful I am for being here. Brother Blue, where's you? Thank you, brother. Thank you. Brother Wood. Somewhere. I think we might win it. I don't believe it. But because of you. Because of you. And because of September 11th. 9/11 is a trick. America don't use a number for the month. Halloween's October 31st. Christmas is December. If you walk in the house tonight, tomorrow you get home, and your mother and your wife and your son is on the phone or daughter, and you say, who you talking to? You say, 9/11. Look at the thing that comes over your face. The word 9/11 tells your brain to be scared. That's what it tells. And remember, you take it on for free. A multi-trillion dollar. I'm not talking about this deception, because I can make sure you're something out. That's what you. But they know who you are. Because it's a click-up service. John McCain. How many of you all know a military court sentenced him to be shot to death by fire squad? Huh? So y'all think y'all so fucking hip, right? John McCain, who's on all the shows, the Democrats don't talk, Republicans don't talk about it. And Richard Nixon pardoned him. So when he was a prisoner of war, he told on everybody. They got tape recordings they used in Vietnam. I hear the voice saying who I am. And I'm a war criminal. That's him saying it. I fly Navy fighters, and how many times have I flew over schools and bomb women and children? That's what he said. And y'all sit and listen to this stuff. So the real boys haven't told you who he was. John McCain. The North Koreans, North Vietnamese couldn't understand why them planes got up on them so fast, and they had all the anti-aircraft guns sit up here, and they didn't know what the McCain told them when they take off. They go 200 miles out the way this way. They didn't come back around. And that night they changed the anti-aircraft all over here, and that night, till the day that war was over, American poverty's death rate increased 64%. If I knew it, NBC knew it. Huh? So I say this to you, you don't have to worry about getting this out the normal way. Now can I tell you, today, that's what's all about. You'll have to stop being angry with one another. Be okay. Because every little bit y'all put out. See, the beautiful part about this day and age, 50% of everybody was alive when Kennedy was assassinated. It's not on the planet today. That means 50% of everybody in this country wasn't here when King was. 70% of everybody on planet Earth wasn't here when King was here. That's why you got to keep renewing your stuff. I'm not talking about new stuff, just not up there. Put it out there. Because if you don't, then they have to listen to what the government says. And every time you see this type of stuff on TV talking about the special, you the special. And they never had to go through this before. Never. Oh, they knew what television was going to do. Like if they knew what black person would be a president, they'd have kept us in Africa and picked their own damn cop. Tell me about family values. I am family values. I never stole nobody from another country. They brought them here against their motherland, of their tongue, their religion. And this white folk want to sit and tell me about family values? Shit, go ask the mafia. You want to know about that? Got them on my man and go to church every day and ask for me. Oh, Father, would you forgive me? I killed 27 people last night. And if you can do it quickly, I got 10 more to kill by noon. And the good part about what you're doing, once you get your eyes open, there's people out there that will let you close. There's people out there that work for the CIA and the FBI. They hate to have to do this, but they got to send their children to college. That's when me and them separated. I got 10 children, and I picked this over sending my children to college. Sending my children to college is not going to change nothing. You will. So when you go to bed at night, think about your responsibility that you have. With no budget. No budget. If you talk about World War III will destroy this planet, then you really don't understand the real God. You understand the church. The real God. Don't you hear that God talking to you? There's nobody with no weapon can destroy the planet. Woman get 9 months pregnant, and that kindergarten over there don't have a weapon that can open up your legs and keep that baby in you. That baby gonna fall if it means death to the mother and the child. And if you knew who you were, then you know that stuff they don't even the punks. You got on this planet the same way I got on the planet. A male penis went into a woman's vagina. And when it ejaculate, 500 million sperms. Do you hear me? 500, not no one sperm came out slowly scrolled up the fallopian tube. If we leave here this evening and it's 5.5 billion restaurants around, and we're gonna take you to the best one, you're in for a hell of a eat. Well, you are the best of a half a billion sperms. So they ain't just messing with some punks and some sissies. They met with a powerful force. 100,000 miles of blood vessels in your body. And that don't get in your way. Your blood make a complete cycle every 30 seconds. As you sit there now, your blood is traveling 200,000 miles a minute. And you got your dream in the jet plane this fast. That's who you are. Just talk on another crap. The meanness, the bitterness at home from this system. Some of y'all do the same thing in your family that black men used to do. They go home, white racist system, reduce them to a little boy, and they will come home and jump on us. Boy, you're my son, nigga, I'll kill you, use my house. They're mad at me, they had the white boys downtown that reduced them below their God value they have. And y'all cannot make that mistake because too much depends on you. Too much depends on you. And with all the information you got, you don't need NBC here. All you need is one good writer and a computer. And you can send this around the world. Now you got to cheat. You got to say at the conference, return 5,000 people. 6 more minutes. They had so many people showed up, they had to bring out the wine. That's what you do. You know what I mean, y'all? Like on the behalf of all morning. The New York Times ran a two-page spread on this. They get their number. Jeffers. There's always power willing to say something good about me.
It's stronger than you look.
Malcolm X.
Yeah. That's all we do. You're not my guy. You go back.
In Brooklyn. One day. And came to the bad district in Brooklyn. But you got shot. 20,000 black folks showed up. They weren't ready for that. The mayor gets on the phone, called the governor. The governor called the president. He said, you have to send the military in. We don't think we can save New York City. But if you get the military here, we might be able to save New York. And then Malcolm X pulled up and jumped out of the car and ran up on the stage and said, brothers and sisters, we take care of it. Go home. And they went home. Front page editorial the next morning, New York Times. They said what Malcolm did, and they ended up, no Negro should have that much power. Huh? I just said, Malcolm, you better come up front here. Glad you left the banker.
Your microphone was actually turned on here.
Which one?
The one in
This one not turned on?
the turned on. There you go.
Okay. And you waited that long? And then wonder why we suspect you of being an agent? I'm sorry, you get it? Can you imagine that? And how many white folks in America could believe that story? There's a man that come out. No cops was killed. No stores burnt down. The New York Times. But we knew then he was going to die. We had the autopsy of Malcolm X. Easy to get. To intimidate the government. See, we go into court. Because that was not a federal crime. What y'all doing with the autopsy? So we got it. Those of you all remember that incident. Malcolm was up on the stage. 3 black men, somebody dropped a smoke bomb. And they rushed the stage and shot him. When we forced the CIA to give us some autopsies, we found out all the bullets in Malcolm was going down. They had blanks. Because as vicious and as insane as they are, they still wouldn't believe that another black man would kill a boy like Malcolm. They didn't trust him. Since then, they have admitted that they rented the Ottoman ballroom 2 weeks before they the ones went in there and cut the panel and did the shooting. So y'all think this stuff just happened? I was in New York. There's a white guy that was running against my mother. I would have campaigned for him. Why? He was head of the ACLU. And in 10 years, he cost that city $5 billion selling police brutality cases out of court. And 90% of those was black folks. So those of you in New York, you know you have a mayor, and then you have a public advocate. He was running for the public advocate. If you win, you got $300 million to advocate for the people of New York. So I went in. Jackie Robinson's wife called me and told me what a beautiful brother he was. But there's a shortage of firefighters, forest fighters. So we're going to take them there and teach them how to forest fire, and they can be used all over the world. No explanation. So, China. When you were sentenced to die by firing squad, they put a bullseye, shoot you in your heart. Today they shoot you in your head and harvest everything down. This is going on right underneath you. And so somewhere, I cannot say thank you enough. I've been out here a long time. I see every move. And this one caught me off